Welcome to King's Round. Hawks got a big win. Guess who's back? Larry's back.
Larry.
I'm awake. I didn't fall asleep.
All right, let's get to the show. Ace.
Yo. Welcome to the show. I am your host. I walk around like number 11. I know I'm the GOAT. My chains, my rings on Matt Ryan, they coated in cold. I already killed the beat before I sat up and spoke. I'm here to close out the game. You sweep the dugout at best. I'm the realest. If real hopped off the page and showed in the flesh. No team jersey, but my city still on my chest. Trade from the 3. If I shoot, then it's all net. No time for you to rewind. You just in time. I'm a king. This king drum, so you know I'm in shine. I've been dope since 4 years after 1989. My pen work be out of this work, no pop flies. Not here to kill the game, just a competition. I'm Freddie Freeman on first, whoever pitching, I'm still getting it. I let the scoreboard tell us what the difference is. This is history in the making, you are witnessing. Shout out to the kid, you are tuned into the greatest. Rise up, Kings, won't watch a king in the making.
Welcome to King's Realm. I'm the King. I'm here with my co-host Tyrone and Larry, longtime favorite Larry. How y'all doing today?
Yeah, I'm good. How's everything with y'all, man? Happy to be back. It's been a while. My fault, but it's been a while.
Bro,
It was a good game. You hear my voice. My voice every time we come on is a loud game. You gonna hear a groggy voice. I'm screaming the whole game. There's no way. It was no way this game I wasn't gonna scream. And yeah, it was just absolutely no way.
Yeah, that
after the second half, that first half was yeah.
Shout out to Kaden. He's in the building early. Let's go. Levine can't do it all. That is true. He can't do it all.
He tried, and you saw it started to come back to haunt him. He was trying to do too much in that fourth.
Doing way too much in that fourth. You could tell when he shot that 1-3 and it was like a fader, and he was like, Levine, come on. Really? Like, it was like two people in his face, and he pulled it. I'm just like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing at that point? You can't do that. You got other people. Why? And Kobe was like, hands up. Mind you, Kobe had a hot hand to start the fourth. He hands up waving. He was trying to get, like Dominique said, he got in his own head. He said Zach Levine was playing Zach Levine at that point because he kept trying to do too much. So,
shout out to Robert Bennett. Trade decision kept the Hawks in the game and the defense, man. There's a few things I want to talk about in this game, and defense was one of them, especially late in the game. That defense under that 4-minute mark was great. Clint Capella played great defense. He had a block that kind of led because earlier in that quarter he had a silly foul. It was a charge, not a charge. It was a moving screen foul. So that kind of helped them start their little run that they started. So that happened earlier. He kind of made up for it in that block. And it was just one of those games where I was a little nervous after the first quarter. I'm going to be honest with y'all because Zach Levine started going off and it started getting ugly real quickly. And it was good that the Hawks could play defense and get back in this game. They never gave up in this game. So I like the fact that they never gave up. And Trey was hitting his floaters early, which is good. He's been missing those. He hasn't been consistent with those all season, but he was hitting his floaters early. How'd y'all feel about Trey Young today?
Like I feel every day. He's the man. Love Trey Young. Always will keep the Trey Young. But that third quarter, though, he lit them up. I think he had 18 at halftime, and at the end of the third, he had 33.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what really it was Trey Young and the defense is what brought them back. Yeah. Trey Young and the defense, because I think they held the Bulls to like 18 points in the third quarter. They held them to like 18 points, but they put up like 31, 33. And
basically
Trey
what we did to Pelicans. What we did to the Pelicans, basically. Yeah. You were right. Fact check. You 18 points in the third quarter with 33 ROA.
Yeah, and Trey Young had almost half the Hawks' points in the third quarter.
Yeah, I agree with you there. King Jung Trump is in the comments again, y'all. Braves still not 500. We not talking.
We still
Braves.
won. Hey, that was a good game. We blew them out. We blew them out tonight. I don't care.
We talking about this good win we got over the Bulls. Shout out to the only consistent Bulls fan I know, my wife. She lost today. Shout out to her. She asked for a shout out because she's a Bulls fan, so I gave her one. There you go. You lost. Happens to the best of them. She's been a consistent Bull fan since I've known her, so that's always good. She sticks by her team, but she probably can't name nobody outside of Zach LaVine. Bulls fans were talking way too much, man. Bro, what was that Bulls fan on Twitter? He got for us for no reason.
He's a reporter, actually. He's a Bulls reporter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gave him attention.
Yeah, so I don't know if you saw. I don't know, Larry. You probably, if you look at my page, he said that the Hawks are. What did he say? A trash team to watch, or something. They're on my unwatchable teams list or something like that. Even with all their starters, they're not watchable. Mind you, the Bulls, like King said, you're in 10th spot. You're in 10th place. If anybody's unwatchable, y'all are unwatchable. Yeah. Y'all better watch. They got Vucevic in that trade, and they just thought they was the best team in the NBA after that point. I don't know. Vucevic made them feel like. Then they kept losing. They just went on a 3-game win streak with Vucevic. And mind you, when they first got Vucevic, they weren't winning. They were losing those games. So, yeah.
I figured he was talking about T's going to look it up since we're talking about the Hawks.
I got you.
But whatchamacallit, the guy you just brung up, I forgot his name, Vucevic, his post game, that quick hook, that is deadly, He gets you down in the post, and he was killing everybody with it. Mostly Trae Young and people that were smaller than him, but it was, he catch it, boom, it was quick too, like the turnaround and everything.
That turnaround hook that's his game though. Then he kept hitting threes, which made me mad. When he was making threes, that's what made me mad. I was like, oh my god.
Shout out to Kobe White though. He showed up in the fourth.
Yeah.
Yo,
in the fourth.
He was scaring me. Okongwu, not ready. Okongwu's not ready to play in the NBA.
No. I said that. I've been saying that.
We're not about to do that. We're not.
I don't say he's not ready in the NBA. He's not ready defensively in the NBA.
I wish the Hawks were healthier earlier in the season, because then they could have sent him to the G League. But instead, they needed him because of all the injuries. And because Bruno Fernando. But Okongwu looked bad, especially to start the fourth quarter. To start the fourth quarter, it was ugly. Everybody was running right past him. And then even his help defense was bad. Kobe White scored like 6 straight points on Okongwu. And then Levine, he got to step up on Levine. Levine split the double team, easy layup.
His footwork is horrible.
That's when I started getting nervous. When Trae was on the bench to start the fourth and Capella was on the bench, I was like, oh shit, it's looking like the first half all over again. What happened? But then, Trae and Capella came back and they started shutting stuff down. That fourth quarter, for all the people that hate Trae, go rewatch that fourth quarter, and that one quarter encapsulates Trae's significance and his greatness.
Yeah.
He played the whole third. That's the crazy part, man.
And he's starting to move without the ball.
Yes.
Coaching.
That's coaching. That's really coaching.
So let's talk about Okongwu, because I don't like that, Larry, because Okongwu lately, these last few games, he's been not balling, but he's been doing his thing. He's still a rookie. We got to give him the respect that he's still a rookie. He still got to learn on the fly. So I'm not gonna say he needs to be in the G League yet, unlike Cam Reddish, who needs to be in the G League. But
I said it first.
Yeah, he been saying it. I will say Okongwu, like you said about Okongwu, I think Okongwu is ready offensively. He is not ready defensively.
He's not ready in any aspect. Yeah, he's not ready.
Like his offense is okay.
Offense. No, that's how I was getting it. Offense is the only Did you see how many times did you see him fight for a rebound or try to box somebody out?
Yeah, he doesn't do that. He doesn't. His defensive game in general, rebounding, he has offense, but his rebounding and his trying to move on defense, It's not there yet. It's he's gonna have to get in there with Clint and really
But he
work.
was doing it in college. My
Yeah,
thing is he was doing that in college, but
But
you're
we,
not doing it now.
you
So
know, in college,
so you're not
players
ready.
different.
And I understand he started the season injured. I'm not trying to knock him in any way. I'm just being a realist. And I
Yeah.
like Okongwu. I'm saying you send him to the G League and let him work on a few things, let him put some muscle on, do some rebounding drills for a few weeks, and then bring him back and see how much he's improved. But even with him playing better than he did tonight over those last few games, he's still not rebounding well. He's still not playing great defense, especially when he steps out onto the perimeter. And this is a guy that you're not gonna really be able to play anywhere other than the 5.
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you're not rebounding and playing good defense, what are they really gonna be able to use you for?
No, you got to make a valid point there, Larry.
I
Shout
say he
to
can
the
maybe
left
play the
kid.
4. I
Yeah.
say he can play the 4, but
I don't think he
you,
can.
for size wise, yeah, you know, I see him as what his comparison was on the college was Bam. That's kind of
Yeah.
sort of what I see him as. If he can develop, but mind you, Bam developed on the white side. We forget
No,
that
but see,
Whiteside was there before Bam.
I feel like Bam was more NBA ready than Okongwu was. And I wouldn't necessarily disagree completely with the Bam comparison, but Bam was a guard at one point. Like Bam was doing what
Yeah,
Bam is doing in the NBA, he was doing in high school. Okongwu is not the shot creator type. He's not the put the ball on the floor and play make type like Bam is.
Yeah.
But I get when people compare him to Bam, I look at it more as the versatility he should be able to provide on defense one day. And the fact that he's 6'9", but he can be your main rim protector.
yeah.
Not the offense at all. But even like he's just not ready. He needs more time.
Yeah,
And
he's gonna need it.
you saw it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that is true.
And he's always in foul trouble. He's always in foul trouble. Every time he gets in the game, he's gonna get at least 3-4 fouls, and he's gonna have to come out. You can never really give Capella a break until maybe halftime. Of course, he's gonna get halftime. Maybe you give Capella like 10 minutes, but at that point, you got Okongwu probably got 2 fouls already because they're gonna go at him. They're really, and if you really look, they're going at Okongwu. Like you look, Kobe White drove on Okongwu. Zach LaVine drove on Okongwu. These guys are gonna comfort him because of they know he can't really move his feet. He's supposed to be one of the most mobile centers in the league coming in the league, and he's not moving his feet. It feels like he's just flat footed. Now, offensively, I like him and Lou Will. I will say that I think Lou Will has unlocked something in him compared to Rondo. I think really Lou Will is telling these guys to shoot because half the time our second line wouldn't shoot. They would just keep trying to pass.
Yeah.
And now everybody's shooting. And Lou Will being a leader of that, and he going in to score. Lou Will came here not to do nothing but score, but he's made Okongwu look better on offense. I'll say that. But I don't know, man. I think Okongwu, give him a year or two. You're gonna have to give him a year or two before you really see his full potential. There's a lot of that whole draft class. The only people that really you saw that came out. I mean, look at Patrick Williams. Really didn't do nothing tonight. He went before Okongwu. Ant had to get some more games in to be able to be a starter. LaMelo had to get some games in. They still think Wiseman's a bust. So a lot of these guys in this draft class, they didn't have time to develop. So I feel like this next year, they get a full off season. They're gonna get a full. They probably get summer league, but they're gonna get a full training regimen. And I feel like they'll be because Okongwu didn't even get to lift weights before he came to the league. Mind you, he was hurt.
He had that. I mean, he had that injury too, where he had the stress fracture in his foot.
Yeah, so he couldn't even really lift weights or nothing. So I feel like that's just the problem with him. Like him not being able to come in and really work out with the team and get the weights going. It's now he's trying to get. I think he's really more. And I'm not saying that because he probably isn't, but I feel like he's out of shape because the way he's moving heavy. He
I don't think he's out of shape.
big.
I don't think he's out of shape. Only because Lloyd Pierce wouldn't play him until he got into shape.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the only reason why I would say that.
Yeah.
Shout out to Caden. That Bulls reporter is Joe Cowley. That's
I was just looking him up.
Yeah, go troll him. His name is Joe Cowley. He might block you, but go troll him. I was gonna give him a shout out today, but T gave us one. Gator dude, the second half showed everything Trey can do. Third quarter had major scoring, and fourth quarter had an amazing playmaking control of the game. Absolutely right on that, Gator dude. Absolutely right on that. Kobe and Zach were Trey's little butler tonight. I like that. But yeah, I wasn't expecting Kobe to show. I thought he was done for, man. But Kobe White has been that kind of streaky player ever since he left college. I think he left a little bit too early. He was on that wave of a lot of players like Cam who just, I'm going to leave. I want to go to the NBA, get this money. Yeah. But some of these players just don't be ready, man. And Kobe White was one of those players that wasn't ready for me. 6'9", I guess you're talking about Okongwu. I see the uploading. Wow, this is on, Kaden. Yes, sir. Stay on the grind. Yeah, Kaden, keep doing your thing. I can be Okongwu 20 on the. All right, you're bugging, Kim Jong Trump.
He's a UCLA fan. You know, he don't.
I understand, but he's bugging.
he gonna get blown out. Okongwu be fine.
Gonna be fine, especially if he stays behind JC and Clint. Yeah, like Larry. I'm not going as low, sending him to the G League. I just think he needs a little bit more time.
See, people take that send him to the G League thing the wrong way. I don't mean it as in like, yo, this dude is trash, send him to the G League. It's send him to the G League so he can develop without you worrying about him hurting the team like he did in the fourth quarter. It's like you just want. It's like I look at the G League as like the minor league for baseball. It's not. It's not because you're garbage. It's because you need to get better. Yeah. It sounds like I know it sounds like I'm saying the same thing in different words, but you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, we understand.
Development. Basically, it was a G League.
Work on your game, get better. You're still getting live game action. Yeah. You get to play more consistently. You get to get coached more.
Yeah.
You ain't got to worry about the NBA schedule, the lack of practice time. And the fact that we're trying to make the playoffs, we can't worry about you getting better right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That makes sense.
That's why it was the D League at first. It was the D League, and it was the development league. That's what it was for. It's to develop players. But I feel like people, even Kevin Porter Jr. was the G League when he first got to Houston, just to get back in the flow. Because, mind you, he didn't play in Cleveland. So he got to the G League, and you saw what he could do there. And they was like, bring him up now because he was ready. If you just take Okongwu down there and he starts dominating, then you might be able to bring him up and he'll start giving you good minutes. But it's the same thing with Cam. If Cam go down there and score 26 points a night, you like, okay, yeah, he ready to come up here. That's the thing which you don't get a lot of when you get out this season. You didn't get a lot of that because you didn't get summer league, which helps you get some players in the rhythm. And Cam would have played in summer league, I would think. Wouldn't you think? I think he probably would have got minutes in summer league. I don't think Hunter would have played summer league.
That's
I think
another
Cam would
thing
have played
people
summer
forget
league.
about. There was no summer league.
Yeah,
there was no training camp.
Yeah, you didn't have training camp. You didn't have summer. You had a 1 week. Remember, we had that little 1 week camp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't even call that a training camp. You had
no, it wasn't even training camp. It was like a mini camp, and then we had the 1 week training camp, and it was just like, what was the point? Like, what was the point of us having that? And really, they could have waited to start the season. Like I've been saying that since all these injuries happened, I said you could have waited to start the season. You could have waited till January because you cramming games now. Look at how they're doing these schedules. Like you cramming back-to-back road trips, and it's just like it's ridiculous. You're playing a game every other night, and it's just ridiculous. Like you have no time to rest as a player. So this season's kind of sort of. I wouldn't say last year's season was more of a wash than this year, but it's still a bad season.
You right about the whole thing with the schedule, but at the same time, the NBA have financial implications by waiting longer to start the season, and to try to help combat that a little bit, they also lessen the travel. That's why you see like teams playing each other more often, like close together. Like they doing it similar to baseball, but not exactly with the series. Where you see dudes playing back to back against the same team, or two out of the next 3 games you play in the same team. Like they try to cut down on the travel, so you're not. So they do have time here and there to rest. Like, and the thing is that they also trying to get it back to the normal schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is true.
So hopefully next season.
Yeah. Luke Cam, McConnell, Dunn, Galley about to be the best bench in the NBA. I'm calling them. I would love to see the Atlanta Kicks.
That would be a crazy lineup, man.
We're taking Cam out because Cam don't get no respect until he shows he deserves the respect. No,
you gonna put Herter there?
Yeah, we put Herter there.
Oh wow! Whoa!
Wait! Who you benching Herter for? Hunter?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
No, because I'm like, I know he's hurt right now. Because it's like if you put Herter on the bench for who? Yeah, you don't want to mess up. Nah, I was just confused. I was like, no, you don't want to mess with that.
So it'd be Lou, Herter, Cam. Okay, the only person that looks hurt on that bench is Cam. And if you look at the bench and you see everybody jumping around, the only person that looks hurt is Cam because Cam is not moving. Cam might get up at a timeout and high five everybody, but Cam is sitting down on that bench the whole time. The only person you got Dre. Dre's not. I don't think Dre's really. I think Dre got a cortisone shot in his knee or something. They didn't really tell you what the procedure was. They just said it was like a shot. They didn't tell you what it was. It probably was because it was for his swelling. So I just felt like it probably wasn't nothing serious. They said he'll be back hopefully by this week or next week. So they said he'll be back.
How long?
That's the thing.
That's my thing.
You gotta let him. If you play him, you gotta put him on a minute restriction. You gotta play him like when Kemba first came back. That's what I keep trying to tell people. Look at how Kemba's played. Literally, Kemba plays. He don't play back to backs. He plays at least 25 minutes a game, but he's not playing heavy activity. He has almost the same. It's the same meniscus thing. If you're gonna make him play a full load, I would rather you make him play a full load in the playoffs. Don't make him play a full load in the regular season, especially in a game. Unless it's a close game and we gotta win the game. Like the Kings game when he played 26 minutes and he was like 5 minutes over his restriction. You don't now look at him. Now he's over his restriction. Now his knee done been messed up. Once he got over his restriction, you gotta have a little. I don't blame Nate because I feel like he probably told Nate like I can keep going, but at a certain point you gotta realize your medical staff is there for you to trust. You gotta lean on your medical staff. So if he's giving you minute restrictions, if they telling you play 20 minutes and sit him down, make sure he plays 20 minutes and sit him down. And that's the only reason I feel like he got hurt again. It's because we really made him we made him play too much. I think that's really why. I think that game he played with the Kings when he played over his restrictions time, I think that's really what messed his knee up. Because remember he played the night before and was okay. So it wasn't like it was a bad thing. When he got to playing too much, that's when it got bad.
I'm one of those people that's at the point where I think we should sit Cam the rest of the season. I'm on the record saying that at this point, what's the point? If he comes in the playoffs, he's not gonna be ready anyways. Because he's missed so many games, the chemistry is gonna be off. So just sit him into next year. I'm at that point with him. Just sit him till next year. Hopefully he can get a full heal, and next year he can play all 82 or 72, whatever the NBA decides to do for next year. But I need to see something from Cam.
Real quick, J.O. Boogie in the chat said that the Hawks don't have a G League team this year. It doesn't matter. Like half the NBA doesn't have a G League team. You can still send players down and play for another G League team. Yeah,
you was able to send anybody. You was able to send like rookies and stuff down no matter what to play. That's why they had what was the team? What was his name? What's the one that's like the number one pick?
He's in college, the number one pick.
Not.
I know you're talking about. It's called the G League Ignite.
Yeah, the Ignite. You had the Ignite. You could have had players on the Ignite play. So it would have been cool to have like Skylar Mays and Okongwu playing with people like them, but I don't know. I think this year would have been. It's such a weird year The way they
Tyler
had the
Mays is
season
so
struck,
good.
everything was just weird this year.
Yeah. Shout out to
Tyler
Wallace.
Mays is going to be Trey's backup by next season. He should be the backup point guard.
Who?
That's what I say. Mays.
Oh yeah, I would agree. Shout out to Wallace in the chat. But when you send players to the G League, it's no guarantee that you're going to get them back because any team can pick them up.
That's not true.
Give it to him on
That's only on non-guaranteed contracts. He has a guaranteed contract with the Hawks.
Everybody has a guaranteed contract in the NBA.
Yo, bro.
Everybody has a guaranteed contract in the NBA.
He probably wasn't trending this much when he was playing.
Never, brother. Never. You know what else was funny about that show? When the freaking Ocho Cinco told him he put him in the block.
Oh yeah. Oh my God. That I Am Athlete is one of the funniest shows on YouTube. They have
the best shows on YouTube.
Yes.
Every Monday, faithfully, I watch I Am
because they're hilarious. They're all funny. Fred Taylor, like you said, Fred Taylor is probably the smartest guy on that show, and he won't get credit for it because he just be sitting there quiet.
He just be chilling. He be chilling, but he be knowing them numbers. I like Shannon too.
Yeah,
Shannon's hilarious too.
Ocho when you remember did you hear what he said? The Real Reavers locked up Ocho Cinco.
Yeah.
My! No, he said. Oh my God, that was hilarious.
They be wilding on that show. Atlanta Kid in the mix, Kevin Nathan to the bench. And offense needed Herter if defense needed Cam. I can agree with that. Said Atlanta Kid, you forgot Kim Jong Trump too.
They talking about something. I don't know what they're talking
about. They in
the
chat talking about facts.
Yeah.
I like it. Your first round picks are not going to be sent to the G League. Yeah. Most times, I would say most times your first round pick's not going to be sent to the G League. Let's jump into the stats. Levine dropped 50 on us, but it didn't matter because we still won. Trey Young with 42, had a lot of help from Clint Capella with 22 and 10, another double-double, second in the league. Oh, we've been talking a little something about Clint Capella. We want your opinion on it, Larry. Is he Defensive Player of the Year?
Hell no.
You know Larry don't like him. You know Larry doesn't like him.
No, I got no beef. I got no beef with Clint Capella, but I don't care if he averaged 4 blocks a game. The Hawks still give up. They're still in the bottom of the league at points allowed in the paint. I'm sorry. I can't.
You can't say that's all Capella though.
No, yeah, but I can't name a center Defensive Player of the Year when his team is in the bottom of points allowed in the paint. Like if they were in the middle or top 10, then it's like maybe. But dude, I gotta look up the numbers. It's been a while since the last time I checked. But the Hawks give up way too many points in the paint.
So who would you give it to?
Right now?
Please don't say Rudy Gobert.
Please don't. That's voter fatigue at this point.
Right now, the Defensive Player of the Year, I'd probably give it to Ben Simmons.
Oh, my.
Oh, Jesus.
I understand why. But
Ben Simmons is
annoying at this point. I love Ben Simmons, though.
I would say Ben Simmons is up there. Giannis is up there this year again, even though I never felt like he deserved it before this year. Embiid is up there for me. Gobert is up there. Conley's up there. Chris Paul. Like, these are all people I would probably name before.
Chris Paul's in the top 10 too. Clint's in the top 10. Chris Paul, Mikal Bridges is in there. Rudy Gobert is still number 1. I feel like that's really just voter fatigue in my eyes because you gonna give it to him 3 times in a row. It don't seem like he should win it 3 times in a row. I feel like Miles Turner's up there.
I don't feel like people should be penalized for how many times they won.
Clint Capella. I mean, Miles Turner's up there.
Oh, that's
Ben is up there.
I forgot about Miles Turner.
Miles Turner, Miles Turner's a sneaky pick because Miles Turner's film. If you watch Miles Turner, he's a center. Like, him, I really want us to play Indiana again and go him versus Capella again, just to see it.
I'm trying to pull up the stat right now. I'm trying to find it right now.
I'm trying to find it. But yeah, I think that's just. I might have to go on stat views, I think. But yeah.
Why is NBA being weird?
Yeah, it's not popping up on NBA.com. I don't know. That's why I'm going to go to stat views.
That's not on Capella. He's leading the leagues in rebound. That is true. He's leading the league in rebounds, and I think he's like second or third in blocks. But he's up there. On this show, I'm going to pick him since T said it. He brought it up. We going to always root for the Hawk. And when you're playing this well, it's not just rooting for somebody that's on your team. I think he deserves it. He's been balling out this year. Of course, Larry doesn't think he deserves it, but he made valid points. When your team is at the bottom and points in the paint, that is a strong argument for why you can't get Defensive Player of the Year. The 76ers lost to the New Orleans Pelicans. Your boy Ben Simmons had 5 steals, brother. 5 steals. Let me talk about Ben Simmons.
Who was that?
Ben Simmons.
The guy I said that I would probably name Defensive Player of the Year. Okay, I was just making sure.
You're right. But let me. I'm gonna give a little spill on Ben Simmons. When Ben Simmons first came to the league, I was on his high horse. I was on the Ben Simmons is going to be the next best thing. He's gonna learn to shoot and he's gonna do his thing. Since Ben Simmons haven't learned to shoot and he has made me look foolish. I've just been like, all right, is his game enough to win in the playoffs? Like, yes, he plays great defense, but if you can't contribute no offense, like in this game, he had 10 points. Like, come on, brother. I need you to contribute more points than that. He had 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals, 1 block, 6 turnovers. So really, he didn't have no assists because he had 6 turnovers.
The Atlanta Hawks are 22nd in defensive efficiency as a team. The Sixers are 2nd, and the Jazz are 4th, and the Bucks are 8th. So when you talk about Defensive Player of the Year, this stuff matters because obviously, if you name somebody Defensive Player of the Year, that's obviously the anchor of his team's defense, right?
I would agree.
I'm not gonna sit here and put all the defensive woes that the Atlanta Hawks have on Clint Capella because he's made a tremendous difference on their defense. They play way better defense when he's on the court. They play much better defense this year than they did last year. But he's not raising it to the level of a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Like, your team has to be in the top 10 defense to even get consideration. And then look at the numbers when he's on the court as opposed to off the court. Right now, he has the numbers of on the court but off the court. But he don't have the team at that level. When we talk about MVPs and Defensive Player of the Years, it's about people that's elevating their teammates. I agree. For the most part, he's working alone. But even when Cam and Hunter were there, the Hawks were a turnstile in the paint. That's why they get so many damn rebounds.
Yeah, I said that early in the season when they were missing a lot of open shots, and Clint Capella was getting like 3-4 rebounds on one play. And it was like, God dang, dog, 3 rebounds, brother. And he was missing layups and getting his own rebounds. So y'all know I was talking about that. Because I don't like no missing layups. Zion Williamson dropped 37. That kind of helped them beat the Philadelphia 76ers.
That was pretty good.
Joel Embiid only had 14, but he played 30 minutes. So maybe it was just an off night for them. I'll go with that. Just an off night for them. The Knicks beat the Grizzlies.
Grizzlies always choke. I will.
Jason Tatum had a career high. Forget about it.
Yeah, I saw that.
Jason Tatum
Yeah.
had a career high.
Grizzlies
let's be
choke
respectful
every time.
Yeah, let's be respectful to who he had his career high against, the worst team in the NBA. So
that's a team that lost 20 games that's doing better than them.
So
that's just Houston. Houston has a better record than them.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's disappointing. It's so much talent on that Minnesota team. Do you blow it up? Do you blow it up at this point? Minnesota.
No.
Do you blow up Minnesota at this point?
Hell no.
I thought they was just getting started.
I feel like I don't know. Do you think it's coaching that's holding them down?
I just don't think they have talent on the team yet.
They played much better under this new coach. Look, they fumbled the bag tonight. They had a good lead and lost it and ended up losing the game. But the Timberwolves, since they made the coaching change, they've played much better, despite the injuries and the suspensions. And they just got D'Lo back recently. Like, D'Lo and Cat haven't even played 10 games together since they traded for D'Lo.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's too early to blow it up. You change the coach. The new coach seems to be getting through to the team. Give it time. Shit, Anthony Edwards, who I'm not a fan of, really. I respect him, but I don't think he was the number one pick. But he's been playing much better since the coaching change as well.
Yeah, that is true. He's been
and if we're being honest with ourselves, that's Cat's team. But
yeah,
Anthony Edwards should be the franchise's priority. His development should be the franchise's priority at this point.
Yeah, that most definitely on that. On that note, a team that I think we're gonna talk about a little bit later when we get to them, but I'm gonna say this before we get to them. The Celtics, you might want to start thinking about blowing them up or a coaching change or something, because either they're not hearing this man or I don't know what's going on. Kemba is kind of going a little downhill. He's not looking like the Kemba of Charlotte. So I don't know what's going on with them. But Ja Morant had 26.
They need a point guard at this point. At this point,
but when you say that, they need a point guard. You had Kyrie, that didn't work. You had Kemba, that didn't work. You had Terry Rozier, that didn't work. So it's like
they don't need a scoring point guard.
Yeah, they need a facilitator.
They don't need a scoring point guard. They got enough scoring on the wing. I agree with him.
I can see that.
Because let's say as shooting guard, you still got Marcus Smart, who's gonna play defense. He's gonna give you at least 10 a night. Like I say, Cam give us 10 a night. He's gonna play hard defense. You got the wings that are gonna score a lot. Mind you, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are going to score a lot of your points. And now you got Tom Lord, Robert Williams, and he's playing great. So really now it's up to the point guard. Robert Williams,
No, I said I love me some time.
Oh yeah, he really is good. He's really good. Really and truly, you watch him play. He should have been starting.
He's who you want, Okongwu. He is who Hawks should wish that Okongwu turns into, but probably won't.
Yeah, I can see that.
He looks like Cam. You ever looked at him? He looks just like Cam. It's hilarious. He looks like Cam and Joe Johnson combined. It's hilarious. But you gotta get a facility. You gotta get somebody like Rondo there. Somebody that's gonna give the ball up. That's not gonna want to score. Kyrie wants to score. Terry Rozier wants to score. Who else wants? Kemba wants to score. He's been a scorer his whole career. You can't bring in a guy like Kemba and then tell Kemba just facilitate. That's what we need you to do. Don't score. And Kemba's whole career in Charlotte was what? Just scoring. I'm the primary scorer. That's not gonna work. That's like when Trey. I'm glad we did it early in Trey's career. He's able to give the ball out more because you kind of sort of can see Trey's development now as a playmaker, and that's what you like. That's what you wanted to see. Really and truly, you want to see Cam. You want to see Trey as a playmaker. So I'm happy with it. I'm happy with I just think Boston needs a facilitating point guard, and that's it. And they'll be the playoffs next year. They might make it this year in the playing game. I don't know what's gonna happen.
What's up? What's up, brother?
Man, what's going on, fellas? What you got?
How'd you feel about that game today? We've been talking about it a little bit. That's cool, Larry. Catch you on the next one, brother. Thank you for showing up, brother.
Yo, yeah, have a good night, everybody.
All right, Larry.
I'm tight that he pulls up. This guy's hilarious. I'm mad he comes on right when I gotta head out. My daughter's calling me. I gotta go.
All right, brother.
All right, man.
We talked about this game today. The Hawks played well. They did their thing. They came back and they played solid defense in the second half. That's what kind of led them in this game. What do you think about this game?
Game was real weird, man. Honestly, I kind of called for us to lose this game. And y'all don't jump all over me. I kind of felt like when we came off that 16-day, 8-game road trip, I kind of felt like we was gonna come out flat like the first 2 games, and then get it back together. But we actually, it's because see what Memphis did to us the other night. I actually expected that from the Pelicans, but we wound up shooting crazy that game, and then we lost to Memphis. So I kind of expected us to kind of drop. The young bull and the Italian galleon brought us through. Hey, look, man, this team right here, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I was just talking to my partner. We could possibly sneak Brooklyn in the second round with everybody healthy. The way Nate them finally settled into his rotations. The way Capella is being just like a steady rock in the middle, with the way them boys can shoot that ball, along with bringing in Lemon Pepper Lou. Hey man, we may be a problem in the East in that second round.
I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. We play Brooklyn and we beat Brooklyn in the playoffs. Oh, it's over. I'm going crazy.
We beat Brooklyn.
Crazy.
We beat Brooklyn. I'm saying we're going to the championship. We beat
pretty
Brooklyn.
much.
I'm literally gonna say. The thing is, I like us. I don't want to be in that. See, the thing is for us, I know we're gonna be the 4 seed or the 5 seed.
I don't want that. I don't want that.
I don't want
that really.
I don't want the top bracket. I don't want to be in that. I don't want to be that.
Yeah.
Having to play Brooklyn in the second round. I want to play Brooklyn. If we go to the championship, that's when I want to play Brooklyn. I'd rather be 5 and us play that 5, 6, 7. That was it 1. No. You actually want to be that top because they're in the bottom.
Yeah. The 1-8, the 1-8 gonna play the winner of the 4 or 5. So
yeah,
you what you want. Man, we need to see if we can make a mad push towards Milwaukee. See if we can try to catch Milwaukee. They just, they just tricked one off tonight. They set all their starters and shit. Oh, excuse me. They set all their starters and stuff against Charlotte. So when we go to Charlotte Sunday, it's really a battle for the 4 seed because they percentage points ahead of us. They 27-24, we 28-25, and they got that head matchup on us so far. So we really need to send them cats a message, and I think we will.
Yeah. Now that you say that, I was really hoping for, y'all know I was saying 4th spot this whole time, but anything to avoid Brooklyn. But like you said, what happens if we do get Brooklyn in the second round? If we beat Brooklyn in the second round, it's kind of like after that, we gonna be on our high horse. You ain't gonna be able to tell us nothing.
We beat Brooklyn in the second round.
Especially
that's like last year with Miami. That's like Miami last year. Remember when they beat who they beat? Was it the Bucks or somebody when they were like, oh, Miami might be a contender.
Yeah.
You on that high horse now. So if you can beat the team like that, then yeah, I think that's what we should do. If we can get them in the second round and win, I'm hyped.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Y'all two brothers answer me this. Was that Miami team last year in the bubble as talented as this team?
Only reason I'm gonna say yes is because they got a true leader in Jimmy Butler. That's the only reason I'm gonna say yes. Jimmy Butler, he was the engine for that team, and I don't think if Trae Young is put with that kind of pressure at this early in his career, he'll be able to succeed like Jimmy Butler is as the leader in the locker room. When it has nothing to do with talent, I'm just talking about pure leadership.
No, well, I get, no argument here on that. Top to bottom, though, you think that team more talented than
top to bottom? No. Okay,
no,
top to bottom, no.
Oh,
But
okay.
if we say leadership and being just be a team, being the team that we are, we're young. I still think that the youngness is going to come into effect, especially in the playoffs. Especially now we don't have Rondo, but I feel like it's still. I feel like Rondo was here, just to be a mental help and to be a facilitator. Now Lou Will's going to come in and tell us to score. Lou Will's going to tell that second unit score, and that's what I like. That's what I want to see. Just keep shooting
down the stretch of a game. Let's say we're trying to nurse like a 5 to 7 point lead. Naturally, Trae gonna be on the floor. Naturally, Clint gonna be on the floor. But can you see them two on the floor and the other three be like Gallo, Solomon Hill, Lou Williams? Because I just heard you mention how young we are.
Yeah, I see you saying Lou Will.
We not really. Honestly, we're not really that young. We ain't that old either. If you look at our bench, look at what we got coming off the bench. Because when JC come back, Solo going to the bench. So look what you got coming off the bench. You're gonna have Gallo, Solo, Tony Snell, Lou Williams. That ain't that young now.
Yeah. Now
we got some veterans.
We got vets. Now we do have vets. I will say that we have vets. I feel like for Gallo, I think the thing with that lineup, like you said, with Solomon Hill and Gallo, Lou Will. Now Lou Will, of course, I will say Lou Will can play beside Trae. Automatically, Lou Will can play beside Trae. There's not a question in that. Gallo just scares me on defense. That's the only thing Gallo gets. I don't like what Gallo is that he can't move no more. He's not able to have that lateral quickness. So
that's why
Solomon Hill is okay.
Yeah, that's why I said if we nurse in the lead, and you got Gallo out there who a little suspect on defense. Lemon Pepper Lou definitely ain't no great defender along with Trae. That just to help Capella out a little bit, you may have to have a cat out there like Solomon Hill, who ain't scared to die for a loose ball. Pick up a guy 3/4 court and stay in his jersey. I'm talking about when we trying to nurse lead. Naturally, if we like in a major dog fight like we was tonight, or you're trying to play catch up, now naturally you're gonna have to have another scorer out there,
Mm-hmm.
But
that's what Bogey comes in at.
I count, and I'm gonna tell you, if Bogey was on tonight, we blow them cats out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Marcus Kemp.
Bogey was off, and he'll. All right. And the Italian Gallion, what I call him, he was a little bit off, and then he got it.
Gallo was big in that third. He was. I mean, that fourth. Gallo was big in the fourth. Gallo really 15 in the fourth really is ridiculous for him. For him, really, that's a crazy stat line for him. Mind you. We were like, Gallo can't. Mind you, I'm in the group chat was going off about Gallo missing. Remember, he had missed like a couple of threes before, and we was like, it's gonna be one of them nights for Gallo. And then that fourth quarter, he just kept making them. He just got hot. That's where veteranism comes in a great way. Especially, we need that in the playoffs. You're gonna need somebody to come off that bench, especially in that fourth quarter, and kind of sort of put the game away. Yeah. And Gallo hit the dagger tonight. And he was like, that was it. You were like, okay, that's Gallo.
And I feel, you know what? And I failed to mention Chris Dunn talking about the vets. They say he should be ready next week. Well, they've been saying that for the
past few weeks.
I don't see Chris' whole wardrobe, but I'd be glad when he get there because That's that. That's that perimeter defense that you need. That's that perimeter defense. That's that really getting your shirt tight. He's not gonna see Chris Dunn not gonna funnel his guy to the big. He gonna stay in his chest.
Yeah.
See a lot. Yeah. See early in the season, I don't know if you remember that. Capella was getting in foul trouble a lot because our guards kept funneling everything to him, and sometimes he's gonna alter the shot, sometimes he's gonna block the shot, but sometimes he's gonna get a foul called on him. And he was getting in foul trouble. That funneling defense, boy, you know, I guess it's the old school of me that like these cats, they too young, they too athletic, they make too much money. Not to
play defense.
Not to give it all on defense. I mean, but that's like I said, that's the old school in me. So, you know, I had to, I had to sometimes, like, good God Almighty, man. Like, just,
I agree with you.
Like, why? And then why every time somebody get the rebound, especially when the Italian galleon in the game, that why they gotta grab somebody to stop a fast break? How about play some defense?
Yes, that is annoying.
They waste like 2 fouls a quarter doing that, and then the team be in the bonus at around the 8-minute mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you there. I don't like that either.
I don't know.
Shout out to Marcus Kemp. He's a Justin Fields. Oh yeah, let's go Hawks.
Don't say that. Just
yeah. I'm never satisfied. We got to win 8. I'm
yeah. So we're gonna get to one of my favorite parts of the show.
Yeah.
I wanted to hold my word, gentlemen, because I said I was gonna do all I can to get on here, and I did. I had a little personal situation going on, so I'm just really getting to the house, man. I just want to get on here, chop it up with you cats, man. I love what y'all do. I see you from afar. Hey, y'all keep it going, man. It's real slick, bro.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hey, thank you, sir.
Always welcome on this show.
My man, appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
You too.
All right, so to the favorite part of the show, and I'm gonna get back to this Justin Fields comment, but I'm gonna wait.
This connects to Justin Fields. It does.
There you go, T. Take it away.
So my dumb take of the day. There was a guy, Dimitrov, he's one of the guys that goes Dimitrov, Shadow Realm. He's in the Shadow Realm. You gotta write his note. I don't know if you watch anime. Write his name in a death book. Dimitrov on the Rich Eisen show said that he'd tell the Falcons to seriously consider taking a quarterback with the 4th pick if he was still there, and he'd want Justin Fields. Now, how many years have we dealt with Dimitrov, y'all? Was it the year? Was it Matt? So Matt wasn't. I thought Matt was first. Who was his first pick?
2011. I think it was Julio Jones.
Okay, so Julio. So we did with Dimitrov. We got he's drafted us first round picks. Let's say his first round picks. Who are they? Julio, his successful first round picks. Julio, Calvin Ridley. Keanu was Trufant was here for a little bit. It was okay.
Lyman. He did.
Oh yeah, Lyman, McGarry.
And
they're Lindstrom. They're okay. I'll put them up there with Ridley and Julio. But who else in this first round has he taken? Like, you got Tack. What did Tack do here? Who? Who'd you say? I don't know who that is. I don't know
who that is either.
That's a phantom. That's a ghost. I don't.
The guy from Clemson.
The guy from Clemson. No, because you can't say that about Grady Jarrett, because you might think about Grady Jarrett, the guy from Clemson. But
if they think about Grady Jarrett like that, they should know.
You're not thinking right. If you think Grady Jarrett's not
fact check. He picked Matt Ryan in 2008.
Okay, so we'll say that. So Matt Ryan, we'll put Matt Ryan in there. There's only been 5. Out of you've been here since 08, you only given us 5 good first round picks. And you've mostly been receivers because you think about it. It was Calvin and Julio are our main 2 out of that group, and Matt. They've been the only guys that have done Matt. And Matt has gone through so much with Dimitrov. He's had to deal with everything. Dimitrov literally has been. If anything, when we fired Mike Smith, you should have fired Dimitrov.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think we fired Mike Smith way too early.
We fired Mike Smith and
way too early.
He had one bad season. He had like an 8-8 season. He was like, "We're out of here." It's like, dang.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay. So I didn't really. When we fired him, I was like, this is a weird situation to fire him. We didn't have a bad season. But TD was probably the worst GM, and we had him for almost, if that was 08, we've had him for 12 years. God. 12 years.
It was this when you sent it to me, as soon as I seen the Dimitrov, I was like, yeah, that's dumb. Starting off. Anything that starts off with Dimitrov is just not good. This is something I don't want to get into it, man. Draft a quarterback if you want to draft a quarterback. That's where I'm at with it. But don't draft Justin Fields. Please don't draft Justin Fields. No disrespect to Justin Fields, but I do not think he's ready, man. I don't think he wasn't able to make it, like Don said, he wasn't able to make it at a team that actually ran an offense that was built for the NFL. They played a lot of spread offense. And I don't think taking that chance on a guy that plays spread offense would be smart unless you're going to switch your offense to spread offense. Which is something that
Smith is not a spread offense coach.
Yeah, but he could be wanting to change it up, and then that's how we find out.
He is a zone read, zone play action boot coach, and his offense. I will tell you, his offense works, y'all. Y'all watch Tennessee. Just a couple of games of Tennessee, and see what he did to Tannehill's career. Look what Tannehill's career went to. Compared to what it was in Miami. He had probably one good year in Miami. He got to Tennessee and took Marcus Mariota's spot. Mind you, Marcus Mariota is the number 2 overall pick. Took Marcus Mariota's spot. That draft class is horrible too. We ain't gonna talk about that.
We not.
Took Marcus Mariota's start, and then look what happens after that. Like, it's crazy. Like he's literally was did he make the what's name game? Not All-Star game, but the whatever. Yeah, the Pro Bowl. He made the Pro Bowl. Ryan Tannehill, who everybody was writing off in Miami, made a Pro Bowl because of Arthur Smith. What do you think Arthur Smith is going to do to Matt Ryan? What do you think Terry Fontenot is going to do to this team as him as GM and the way he's already making moves?
And Dean Pease on defense.
And then you got RG. Is it Warnock or something like the OC? All he does is this game plan, y'all. What do you want? Think about that. We've had to deal with cocky. What we call you, Dan Quinn yesterday. We if you watch our draft prospect show, you go watch it because we talked about Kwity Paye. But yeah, but we still talked about Dan Quinn. And you talk about how cocky you thought you really think Dan Quinn is, because there's no way as a coach you say, even though Arthur Smith has said I'm a call, but he didn't say I trust him on offense because that's his job. That's what he's been doing his whole career. He's been calling offenses, so I'm not scared of him calling the offense. But he has a guy who is going to come in and help him with it. He has the coach, our OC. If y'all don't know who he is, he's from Chicago. He was their game plan. He was their game planner. He was under the OC, but he was the game planner. He was the personnel guy. He made sure everybody knew what personnel groups they were in, who was with who. He is literally going to do this on the sideline. It's going to call. He's like a college coach. You guys, if you know the coach that's always pointing at players, that is what he's going to do. And he's going to let Arthur Smith's going to tell him to play. And he's going to be the guy to tell you what to do on that play and the personnel matchups. That's all you have. And then you got the special teams coordinator. I can't think of his name. This coaching staff is set. And Arthur Smith said, man, like the guys they brought in he said they're building relate. He said all his guys, they're group guys, like the wide receiver, running back. They're already calling their players. They've been in group calls already, making relationships, talking like crazy. Like the craziest stuff you guys don't like. The stuff y'all don't see behind the scenes is what you need to listen to because they're talking about it. And Arthur Smith is one of the most confident coaches we've had in Atlanta. There's no stutter in his way he talks. He's just Mike Smith is probably up there too, but he's really just straightforward with you. He's not sugarcoating nothing. He's not like, oh, well, maybe we'll do this. No, he's telling you straight up, this is what we're going to do, and this is how I'm going to run. He came in, it was the first thing they asked him. Sir, so who's going to call the offense? I'm calling the offense.
I'm calling the offense with a quickness.
Like, no, they said, so if you hold in, what's his name? So he's like, so if you bring in the OC, he said, I'm calling the offense. He said, my defense will be called by my defensive coordinator. I'm not going to put my hands in it. You don't have a lot of coaches like that. He does not want. He knows what his deal is.
2 years, Marcus. 2 years.
Whole coach was an OC. He's been 2 years. Yeah.
2 years, and he survived 3 coaching changes. So that says a lot.
And he's been a coach since he came out of college.
Yeah, so it says a lot about him.
He's been a good coach. He was a coach in North Carolina. Look at the O-line in North Carolina and look at that program they had. That's him and tight ends.
Yeah. So shout out to Dale. Much love for you too. Wallace Wallace with the plug on the information. Any shout outs before we get out of here, T?
Not really. Just shout out Trey. 38 minutes, 42 points. Like shout out Gallo for having an amazing fourth quarter, 20 points in general. Capella double again. Shout out everybody in the chat. Y'all know y'all always come in here. Everybody that's new, like and subscribe. Talk to us in the comments, please.
Yeah.
And especially if you watch this again or you're watching for a certain point, if you do like find a point that you like and you post that clip or something, tag me and King in it so we can share, or just share and make sure you tag the actual FILA in it. And watch our other stuff. Oh yeah, shout out to Bravo. Yeah, 8-1. Good game. Great game. Acuna hit a moonshot to center field that was just that was probably one of the.
As you right, Wallace, put in a vote for the DPOY for Clint Capella. We heard Larry, but over here we still rapping.
If we had a media vote, that's my first vote. I had a media vote. I'm putting it right there.
I'm gonna get one. We gonna get one, T. One day
we gotta get one. We gotta get one.
Shout out to Kaden Alvis in the chat. Robert Bennett showed up. Kim Jong Trump showed up. He got to talk his junk. The Atlanta kid was in the building. Tadea is always in the building. Gator Dude was in the building today. Who else dropped in and talked to us for a little bit? Wallace, of course, was in the building. We had ISO Joe drop through. He talked to us for a little bit. Marcus Camp, the Justin Fields guy, talked to us. Antonio Holloway, what up, brother? Like T said, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. We do this after every Hawks game, and when the playoffs start, it will be pre and post game. Preach, Wallace, as today it says, preach. We do this after every game. This is what we do, man. We talk Hawks, we talk basketball, we talk a little bit of Falcons, we're gonna talk a little bit of Braves. Good vibes, no Christ, no peace, no Christ, no peace. Yo, Marcus, you are absolutely right, brother. Good
Marcus,
vibes.
Marcus, follow us on Twitter, Marcus. Follow us on Twitter, man. Everybody that's in here, I don't know if y'all follow us on Twitter. I don't know if y'all have Twitter, but if y'all do, follow us on Twitter because I like to interact with y'all. If I interact with not Caden, the Atlanta kid. Me and him talk. Like I interact with y'all. I will interact with you. Like shoot me a DMs, tag me in some stuff you see when you want me to talk on the show. All of that. Like just all of it. Just send us stuff because we'll talk about it. You give us a good Atlanta topic. Don't just be sending us no random stuff. Oh, Dame Lillard is number 2, y'all. Y'all know MVP. Dame Lillard is my MVP.
Give that man respect.
Give him his MVP award. I understand Jokic is getting out here getting triple doubles, but give Damian Lillard his MVP award because that team is nothing without Damian Lillard and Jokic. They got a team without Jokic, so
I would agree. If you want to know my Twitter handle, it's right here, King at King's Realm ATL. And you also got DeAndre_Burner. And yo, we'll catch y'all on Sunday. And on that note, peace. Whoa. You don't come at the end of the show and you try to bash this show.
He does this. No, he did this.
For watching.
He was on here last show. He was? Yeah, you weren't when you weren't on here. He was on here last show. He's been doing this. I don't know who you are. You like me and got mods because if I had somebody modded, first off, he's a Marlins fan. And,
bro, you can't.
You gotta go. You just.
Bruh, you can't come on here bashing this team. I can't imagine being a fan of this team. Who's a fan of the Marlins? Like, who actually is a fan of them? Are they even good?
No. 30. It's like the record is 36-14 to the Braves.
What is this? Nobody cares about your Twitter. Apparently, you care. You came and watched the show.
He does this. He came in and was trying to. He just kept trying to talk to me. I was like, bruh, just stop.
Like I always say, thanks for the view. Thanks for watching. Peace again.